heard the story of Hachiko, a Japanese Akita dog who waited for his deceased owner to arrive? He kept waiting at Tokyo's Shibuya train station every day for 9 years, until he too passed away. The bond between a man and his dog is a powerful one. But if you're one of those misguided souls who believe animals can't feel emotions, you're in for quite a heartbreaking shock. So grab a tissue because you're about to watch a story of a loyal dog who refused to let go. He's known as the Greek Hachiko, after the loyal, heartbroken Japanese Akita who mourned his owner. A 40-year-old man named Harris was the dog's owner. Unfortunately, he collided with a cement mixer on the Old Ring Road to the river Avinos on November 9, 2017. Sadly, his brother had met a similar end a few years earlier. But this modern-day Hachiko was not exactly ready to accept that his owner was gone for good. No one knows how he made it, but somehow the pooch traveled 7.5 miles from his home in Nafpaktos to visit Harris's crash site. And he refuses to leave the area, no matter how hard anyone tries. The dog has been mourning his owner for 1.5 years, and he won't leave it any other way. Although locals have tried to take him away and find him a loving new family to be with, the pooch always finds his way back to the road shrine where his owner tragically lost his life. And the locals have just about had it. The locals have pretty much given up on trying to get the stubborn Greek Hachiko to move on. But that doesn't mean they were ready to give up on him. So instead of trying to relocate the dog, they built him a tiny shelter and brought over food and water while he waits for his owner to make a miraculous return. Every now and then, locals will stop by and show the dog some much-needed love. But at the end of the day, there's only one person he wants to see again, and that's Harris. But of course, that can never happen, and perhaps he knows it, but is struggling to accept the loss. Is your keyboard covered in tears yet? Most pet owners dread the day that their animals will pass because they can't cope with the loss. It seems dogs also have a tough time dealing with the stages of grief. If only humans had some of the love and loyalty that dogs provide, the world would be a much better place. Thankfully, the locals are looking after him and keeping him comfortable. It's obvious that Harris and this pooch were simply destined to have a long and fruitful friendship, but their time together was sadly cut short. In the wake of the terrible loss, there's this pooch all alone with the memory of his owner. It's obvious we haven't begun to understand the range of emotions of animals, but maybe we could learn a few things from them.